This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview. Today on Stockbox, we welcome Brett Boynton, the CEO of Tectonic Gold, and John Robbeson, the company's general manager. Hello and welcome to you both. How are you doing?
Very good, thanks. And thanks for having us back. Been looking forward to chatting again.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, nice to be welcoming you as well, John. It's the first time we're speaking. So Brett, if I can come to you first then, can you give us a bit of a general update? The last time we spoke was, I think, the end of April. And you were talking about problems with monsoon rains, but you were hoping to get back out in the field fairly soon, and you were clearing some roads for access to new drill sites. So what's been going on over the last couple of months?
Yeah, that's right. So, in Queensland, you've got to watch out for the rainy season. The further north you go, the more sort of difficult it can be. So safety first. As soon as we see any kind of storm activity coming in, we get the people and the equipment out of the site before the lightning starts. So we were unable to drill out our southern copper target in the last campaign, and so that'll be our first target in the current campaign when we're back on the ground now. In the interim, we did go in and put new tracks in, so we're ready to get that equipment out to the points where we need to put those holes in. And we also used that time in the field to take a couple of independent experts out. We were fortunate enough to get Dr. Brett Davis out to site. He's a specialist in structural geology, and is important for us to have people of his caliber out to site, and particularly Dr. Davis, because he's one of the independent experts that Newcrest use. Of course, he was involved with reviewing Greatland Gold and their Havieron project. So we're certainly looking to emulate the Greatland success on market, and wanted his opinion on what we're doing. And he's sort of endorsed what we've done and confirmed that what we think we have is what we have from a structural point of view. So that 4 or 5 kilometer long strike, mineralized the whole way through, multiple exciting targets on that from an economic mine perspective. Then the second expert we had out to site was Dr. Greg Corbett. Dr. Corbett's he literally wrote the textbook on porphyry copper gold systems. So as this has developed into a copper gold play, we've looked to extend our knowledge of that, particularly that feeder zone that we've got, which we did some initial testing on, and we had him look at the original drilling, and he gave us the opinion that we've hit it. We've skimmed the edge of that porphyry target that we're after, that feeder zone, and we need to go back and put some additional holes in, go a bit deeper. So we'll be drilling down to 200, 250 meters in this next round of drilling, and that'll complete the drilling package for this campaign. So southern copper, and then back up to the main lodes area to drill out that porphyry.
Okay, so you've had your two experts there, Dr. Brett Davis and Dr. Greg Corbett. You've mentioned there what the kind of the feedback they gave you. So have you got now specific targets you're going after? Is it all planned and ready to go?
Yes, absolutely. And John can speak to that. We've got the team mobilized now, and we'll be drilling shortly. John, do you want to pick up on that?
Yeah, sure. So the technical experts, Dr. Davis and Dr. Corbett, helped us with our targeting methodology, ensuring that we were aiming the drill strings in the right way. So while we were pretty confident in where we were going to go, we just needed that independent technical help just to make sure that we refined the targeting, and we weren't going to waste any drill meters. So what we tried to do was we have the leftover meters for the program that we just didn't finish. We used that information from both those technical experts and just tweaked the drill holes a little bit at Southern Copper to make sure that we gave ourselves the best opportunity for success in hitting what we say we were going to hit. And also what was confirmed with Dr. Corbett's work was we've intersected copper magnetite porphyries and he had suggested we just go a little bit deeper and a little bit to the right. What you want to do is make sure you go through those zones, and the porphyry should be sitting right next to it. And what we want to do is drill both the copper magnetite porphyry style copper, and then go into the high gold bearing copper zones as well.
Okay, and you say the drills are mobilising now. When does drilling plan to be started, and what sort of timing are we looking at?
So, yes, the field team's in the field at the moment. They are mobilising. We have the drillers on site on Monday doing a field inspection, making sure that the drill pads that we've put in are big enough for the rig that we've brought in this time. Drilling is expected in the first couple of weeks in August, and it's going to be a 21-day turnaround till we get all those samples drilled and then logged, and then starting to get those into the lab, Mark.
Okay, yeah. So that is quite quick. And then after the lab, what do you think? A couple of weeks, 4 weeks until you get some results back?
Currently,
that's $1 million question.
So, yeah.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing there. We've got quite a lot of traffic at the labs, so we have spoken to them and sort of pre-booked a slot, but we're in a queue. So we'll turn that around as quickly as possible. But look, it's going to be a few more weeks after the end of drilling before we get that turned around. So it'll probably be into second half of September before we start to see results back.
Okay. And I remember last time we spoke, Brett, you said you were quite keen to get the results in front of majors. Is that still the plan?
Yeah. So the other piece of work we did following getting some of our independent experts out to site was to bring Glasgow in, which is the consulting geologist group, and we're tasked with sort of synthesizing all of the work that we've done to date into a single report that we could put in front of some of our neighbors like Rio, Newcrest, South 32, etc. And that report has been done. Actually, we'll probably make that report public in the next couple of weeks. So we'll pop that up on the website, and a lot of good information in there. It'll give a very clear oversight of that project, everything that's been done to date, and how we're looking. We just want to get back into the field and get going before we pop that up onto the website. And then we'll be sharing that with the corporate development teams at a number of the copper and copper gold companies in Australia, and looking to start those conversations around what a collaboration on a project might look like.
Okay, so this is a report that sort of explains in detail the geology and what sort of deposit you're looking at. Is that right?
Absolutely, it's got very good reference. All of the work that we've done to date, what we found, similar deposits around the world that look like that. That informs how we think about going after them. And once you've made the discovery, then your next job is delineation. So how do we step now into delineation of that resource? And then beyond that, it's into the cycle of developing a mine and taking it into production. But our speciality is in the identification, discovery, and we start the delineation work, and then typically we look for a larger partner to come in and take that through into production. So that's where we'd be seeking a partnership with the likes of a South 32, a Rio, Newcrest, Evolution.
Okay. And aside from the rains then, which I guess now are now past for at least the season or the time being, you're saying drilling in August, results in September. Do you foresee any problems, any delays here? Is COVID affecting you at all?
Look, COVID's affecting the head office team because we're in Sydney, so we're in lockdown. But our technical team is largely Brisbane-based or Queensland-based, so they're unrestricted in movements now. We don't foresee anything changing there, but it's impossible to pick with COVID. From a weather point of view, we're into the dry season now, so this is typically where you get months and months of headroom in terms of exploration time. So it's the right time to be out in the field. Absent COVID becoming problematic, we should be able to get all of that done, no problem. Even if COVID does present in Queensland, the resources industry is deemed an essential industry for the Australian economy. So restrictions on exploration and mining are very limited generally. We haven't seen anything to date that would stop us having been able to get into the field.
Okay, good.
We run pretty stringent COVID-safe policies as well. So split teams up, making sure that if anybody does get infected, the second team doesn't get infected so we can continue. So we de-risk the situation as best as we can.
Okay, good to hear. And then just a final thought maybe from you, John. How are you feeling then now that you're going to get back, or the company's going to be getting back out in the field?
I'm extremely upset because I cannot be there
I thought
myself.
That might be the
I'm
case.
stuck in lockdown. I unfortunately last field season I tore the soles out of my shoes and I bought a brand new pair, and I'm really upset that I can't go walk them in. But I have constant updates with the field teams every single day via Zoom, FaceTime, and also WhatsApp calls. And I can assure you they want me back as quick as possible as well, because they're sick and tired of talking to a phone.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel your pain there. There's a lot of CEOs and directors of exploration companies who are very upset they can't get out on the field when drilling campaigns have started, because it is a very exciting point in the company's journey. But thank you very much, Brett Boynton, the CEO of Tectonic Gold, and John Robbeson, the company's general manager. And we can catch up again in a couple of months' time, hopefully when you, or even as a drilling program comes to an end, and see where you are with it.
Excellent. We look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this Stockbox interview. For more information, interviews and videos, visit our website at stockboxmedia.com or give us a follow on Twitter by searching @StockboxMedia.